Welcome friends. In this video we'll start new unit, that is membrane theory of shells. Now in this unit we'll start with the introduction. So I will first of all define what is shell. A shell can be a structure in which one dimension, that is thickness, is smaller in comparison with other two dimensions. So thickness is smaller. Okay, so uh, we can say that a shell bears same relation to plates as curved beam to straight beam. Okay, shell bears same relation with plates as curved beam bears with straight beam. Okay, so now you have got some idea regarding the shell. You can say that shell is curved plate. Okay, in general shells are termed as curved plates. Okay, a shell will be called thin if the maximum value of ratio of h by r, so or one can say that t by r thickness can be neglected in comparison with unity. So if that is you can say if that is greater than 1 by 10, it is thick shell. If it is t by r is equal to 1 by 10 to 1 by 50, then it is called as thin shell. Whereas if this t by r ratio is greater than is less than 150, then the shell is termed as too thin, not to be used as a load carrying member. So it is not used for carrying any load. So if the ratio of thickness to radius of that shell is less than 150, then it should not be used as a load carrying member. Okay, so these are the types of shell based on thickness. Now we'll see some important terms used in the shells. Okay, now first is ruled surface. So let's see what is ruled surface. A surface may be defined as a ruled surface if that is formed by motion of straight line, which is known as generator or ruling. So it is formed by motion of straight line. Okay, straight line. So then we'll see what is singly ruled surface. Singly ruled. A surface is said to be singly ruled if at every point only a single straight line can be ruled. Only a single straight line can be ruled. We can take example of conical shell here. Okay, then doubly ruled surface. A surface is said to be doubly ruled if at every point two straight line can be ruled. Means if, so first of all write the name doubly ruled surface, when at every point two straight lines can be ruled. Okay. Now next is principal curvature. Principal curvature of point along the direction of maximum and minimum curvature. The curvature of point along the direction of maximum and minimum curvatures are called as principal curvature. So same like principal stresses. Principal curvature. Then next is middle surface, the surface that bisect thickness of shell the surface is bisect the thickness of shell, or locus of point bisecting the thickness of shell is called as middle surface. So the you can say that the bisector plane of shell, that is middle surface. Membrane action. Now let's see what is membrane action. A shell which carries a load entirely by direct stresses laying on its plane is called as membrane. For a membrane action to be possible, a shell has to be thin. Okay, so we'll write that a shell which carries load entirely by direct stresses lying on its plane is called membrane. Okay, so this is the definition of membrane. Now let's see what is membrane state of stress. A state of stress, so membrane state of stress. Okay, so let's see, a state of stress in which the stresses in shell are constant over its thickness may be defined as membrane state. Okay, so I'll repeat the definition again. A state of stress in which the stresses in shell are constant over thickness. Stresses are constant over thickness. Okay, so that is membrane state of stress. Now we'll see what are the advantages of shells. So first of all, right, advantages of cells. Why we are using this shell as a structural member, or what are the advantages of this? So first advantage is that a major load is carried through membrane action. And not through bending. Second, due to this small thickness can be used less material and is economical, means because of its small thickness it requires less material and is economical therefore. Okay, so second advantage is what it is, due to the small thickness of thin shell, it requires lesser material, and as it is effective in carrying load with small thickness, so it becomes economical for us to use this. Third is, shapes are architecturally beautiful and streamlined. So shapes are beautiful. So this is third advantage. So as it looks aesthetically good. Next, large floor area uninterrupted by supports is obtained with shells. So large floor area, so it is uninterrupted by supports. Now I will quickly explain these points. So first is, in this shells, so if suppose shell is like this, so in the shells the force is carried through the membrane theory or membrane action, whereas in the case of plain plates, the force is carried through bending. So this is economical, or this is taking more loads as compared to this geometry. Okay, so that's why it will be good structural member for us. So as we have mentioned, these are thin. Second advantage is that these shells are thin, so that's why it requires lesser material and it becomes economical. We can see that if curved surfaces are used in the structure, it looks good aesthetically. Okay, so that's why it is again advantage according to the architecture perspective. So next is, large floor area is available. So nowadays everyone demands large floor area, which will be uninterrupted due to the supports. Many times the owner of the structure demands uninterrupted area. So at that time we can go for this option. Now we'll see the disadvantages. We know that every structure has some advantages and some disadvantages. So let's see what are the disadvantages for this shades. Difficult to analyze. Its analysis is very difficult. So this is one disadvantages. One of the disadvantages of this shell. Difficult to construct due to complex geometry. It is difficult to construct. Okay. Next, cannot be used as a floor. So due to curved geometry, it cannot be used for floor. So these are the advantages of the shells. Now after this we'll see the types of shells in the next video. So till now we have covered the introductory part of shell. In that we have seen what is shell, what are the basic terms used in the shell, and after that we have discussed the types of shells based on thickness to radius ratio. After that we have discussed the advantages and disadvantages of shells. So thank you.